Welcome back. Welcome back to the school buildings. Welcome back to live instruction. And welcome back to the 2021-2022 school year. My name is Miss Bates, and I'm the special education teacher at University Elementary School. I have grades 3 through 5 and students that are in the autism program. Tonight, I'm going to go over some of the things that you need to know so that we can continue in having a good year this year and we can remain with live instruction. So, a little bit about myself, very briefly, my educational background. I am a graduate of St. Dominic's Academy High School in Jersey City. I am also a graduate of Hampton University, where I have my BA in psychology. And I also have my master's degree in special education from New Jersey City University. I am entering into my 19th year as a special education teacher, and I've taught in Jersey City Public Schools, Newark Public Schools, and now I am in Irvington Public Schools. A few things about the curriculum and the materials that we use. We use the ABLES program, which is slowly being transferred over to the ACE program for the autistic students. But we also use Reading Wonders and Envision Mathematics. Those are the two programs that they use in the gen ed class. We also use those in our classes, but ABLES and ACE are our driving forces for the autistic students. Some of the materials that you will need, we are using laptops. Each student has their own laptop that they are assigned, and that is the only laptop that they use while they are in the building. We also are paper and pencil as well, and each student has their own kit where they have the paper, pencil, colored pencils, crayons, markers, rulers, everything that they would need to write or do anything with, their own notebooks, their own binders, all of those things. Everyone has their own set and no one else shares it with them. I also ask that we bring in sanitizing wipes or hand sanitizer so that we can wash our hands and sanitize our hands multiple times during the day. Those things are supplied by me and the school, but I ask that the parents could bring in some more so we never have to worry about not having enough. Another thing that I am asking for is for the students to bring in either reusable water bottles or water bottles, one-time use water bottles, because we do have filtered water stations in the building now. So the students can have something to drink during the course of the day. Our grading policy and rules, language arts, math, science, and social studies. Students will receive grades for those, and it's based on their classwork, little projects, homework, tests, and quizzes. They will receive all of those things in each subject area. But once again, ACE and ABLES are our driving force in the autistic program. But the exposure to the grade level gen ed curriculum takes place in my classroom, and they will be graded on those things at their level according to the district mandates. Our schedule and attendance back in the building, but attendance mandatory every day that is possible. I need the students in the building, just as when we were virtual. Every day, in the building. 8:30 is our start time. If you're going to be absent or late, I ask that you just notify me if you know ahead of time. I know things happen. Sometimes it comes up as last minute. That's fine. But as soon as you know that your student is going to be absent or late, just let me know so that we're not outside waiting for a student that's not coming into the building or that's coming in later on in the day. Um, so that would be much appreciated if you know ahead of time and you're able to notify me. Another thing, whether you arrive by school bus or if you arrive walking, we meet by the tree in front of the board entrance every day, no later than 8:35. At 8:35, I head into the buildings with the students. And if you leave on the bus or you are a walker, we still in the same location by the tree in front of the board education entrance. And I ask that you get here no later than 2:45. At 2:45, I have to take the students back inside the building where they have to wait in the office. And that is not necessarily what I want to have to do. Once we are in the building, I would like to stay in our classroom so we can stay socially distanced. But if you're late picking your student up, then you have to go back into the building and sit in the office where there may or may not be other students. And it's very hard to social distance the students in the school office. So please try not to be late in picking up your students at the end of the day. Another thing that we have to go over is the mandates with the mask. Since we are in the buildings, it is a state mandate and it's a mandate of Irvington Public Schools that the students wear face masks at all times while they are indoors. Now, as an extra precaution, the students are also required to wear face shields. Those face shields are on all day. The students can only remove their face masks when they're eating breakfast in my classroom or they're eating lunch in the cafeterias. That's the only times the students are allowed to remove their masks, but face shields are on all of the time. Also, the desks are socially distanced and they are equipped with the plastic partitions around each student's desk, as well as my desk. And between those things, the mask, the shield, the socially distanced desk, the partitions, hand sanitizer, and the hand wipes, we should be fairly well off this school year with remaining safe. The last bit of information is basically my contact information. All of my parents, you all already have my cell phone number. If you need to get in contact with me, that is the fastest and best way to reach me. Also, you can reach me through email, which is rbates@irvington.k12.nj.us. I'm also on Class Dojo, which is Bates 8 for my 8 students that I have this year. My Google Classroom is up, and you can also post and send me messages through Google Classroom. And the code and the link are on this presentation and also in the Google Classroom for everything else. All of my contact information outside of my cell phone number is also there if you need to reach me in any other way outside of my cell phone. But I have my cell phone with me at all times during the school day. So if at any time, if something happens or you have questions or concerns, you can leave me a message, you can send a text message, or if it's an extreme situation, you can just call. And you're programmed in my phone. So if I see a parent calling, I will answer the phone right then and there. So please only call if it is an emergency. But anything else, you can send a text, something I can just look at really quickly, or leave a message if not that important, and I can get back to you at a later time. Other than that, welcome back again. I'm excited to be back in the building, so that we can have some social contact, um, for our students. That is what was truly, truly missed, um, by staff and the students especially. They can get with their friends and be a little entertained, outside of just sitting on a computer. But I welcome you guys back. And if you have any more questions tonight, I am in my classroom now, waiting to hear from you if you need to speak with me. Good night.